one of the differences. I go through it with the radio for about 2 hours by the time I'm done. Behind that is the F-20 armored car built by Ford. It's a reconnaissance vehicle not used by tank supporting units. It wasn't very well equipped for some artillery fire. You'll see a group of Salvadors on another line here.
They're shooting at you.
Okay, I'm behind that, you'll see a second has a tow bar on the front. The tow bar is not for the disabled, it is to help you pull two feet together. You do a 45mm house for 2 feet. Next coming up is the M181 for the France record, ran by my best friend Paul Ray. He's my hero. Everybody wave at him. That's his son in white up front. If you see an M181 for the France in a mile, it's probably going to be that truck. It's the most well-proud truck. My favorite truck in the world is a GMC 2.5-ton truck. It's powered by a 6-cylinder, 250-cubic-inch gas engine, 5-speed transmission. He knows his bed is raised. I'm calling timber, not a dumper. We have another team on the crew of the Newborn Equipment. Now, what I'm doing right now is probably very near to me. That is my late father, 3/4 ton atmosphere. With the 1942 Dodge, airless United States, airfield up here, Belmont, Pennsylvania. Delta Drive is
Should we check them?
For you intrepid souls who are staying with us, we certainly hope to reward your patience and understanding and your ability to... we managed to sneak that one in. Thank God nobody got hurt. We didn't get any lightning. We were kind of hoping that we would get... that storm dissipated a lot from what they were showing on the radar, so we kind of...
The 85 is Job Savage. And the 0 is Wes Adderby. You can see there's quite a difference between the Corsair and the Wildcat. The technology really advanced. W Sky Raider going by there, and here is the 0. That Sky Raider engine certainly has a rumble to it. And in just a moment, we're going to get these aircraft down to the runway. They're going to complete their run-ups, their checklist, and you're going to get to see and hear them fly in just a few moments. You came in from is also going to be the gate that you go out from. So keep that in mind. If you came in by the French Village, you're going to go out by the French Village. So bear in mind, where you came in is where you will be going out. You know, the idea here is that you get on the right bus. Yeah, the grass is a little wet for you to be trotting all over, trying to find your car. Here's Doc.
Remember on Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs?
Here comes the Wildcat. Here's the Helldiver. Made these improvements, thus became the Hellcat. Raider had its maiden voyage in 1945. It would go to serve on well into the 70s. The Japanese. By the way. The Japanese Zero, its opponent, was a very fragile airplane. No armor, no self-sealing fuel tanks, both of which the Wildcat had. Here's your Sky Raider. Now this is originally equipped with radar, but over the years it was removed.
Air's flying above you, behind.
Here's the Zero coming in. Now, one interesting thing about the Wildcat was they noticed on the prototype that while retracting the landing gear, here comes Mark Todd. Let's listen. Was sprung just a little too stiff, made carrier landings very dicey. We're looking at Panchito here. It looks like Sabrina Kip is in the left seat on Panchito. Them flat off the planet. And if you can find one, of which, well, I won't say we bombed all of them into extinction. We came pretty close. If you can find one, more than likely you're going to pay an arm and a leg for it, and parts for it are going to be near impossible to get, especially critical items like pistons. That matter. The problem is, how much cubic cash do you have? In this case, it was easier to convert the airplane to a modern engine, and he's got way more horsepower than he should in that airplane. But still, the performance is dazzling, even if it only had 100 horsepower in it. The airplane is extremely maneuverable, and Jerry says it's a lot of fun to fly. Featuring a maximum speed of 114, ceiling of about 14,000 feet, which for an aircraft of its size is actually very good. Now once again, this was the advanced trainer that the Luftwaffe used for its pilots back in World War II. And I understand that there are quite a few of these around. All right, there he goes. He's going to go for some altitude there as he kicks the controls around. Notice the maneuverability of this aircraft, and also how close Jerry Wells can keep the airplane into us, which means you should be able to get some decent pictures of it. Now I know somewhere in this routine he's more than likely going to do a photo pass, let you take a pretty good look at it. Yeah, I knew he was going to do it. I knew it. Tail off the ground, the smoke on, he's doing the donuts. Didn't have to face in the island hopping campaign. Here comes Panchito, photo pass. City baby. Exists today. And here comes Panchito on another photo pass. As a matter of fact, Larry Kelly, who often flies Panchito and runs the museum where Panchito is based down in Georgetown, Delaware, actually has Jimmy Doolittle's watch. Here we go, Beach City Baby! C-53. These airplanes, they were used for...
Pick up yourself that really, really nice artwork done by Hot Rod Jen. That is exact duplicate, or actually, they're no two are exactly like, obviously, of the beautiful Moonbeam Dream artwork done on the P-61 here at Mid-Atlantic Air Museum.
I'll tell you what, Ted, that's a piece of art that will only accrue in value over the years. One of a kind.
Absolutely, Eddie. I got one more with a little bit of a disturbance in the weather we've had today, and that is this, okay? If you came in on a gate and you came in on a bus, go out the gate you came in on, okay? The bus that you came in on, we're not going to switch anything or play any games or try to get fancy here. We're going to keep it simple. That is the KISS principle. I'm sure some of you understand that. So if you came in through the French Village, that's where you will go out. Or actually, there's a gate right around the corner from there. That is the gate that you will leave on. Okay? And that bus will take you to the same lot that you came in. If you came in past what they call Gate 5, which is the one that takes you past the food court when you first walk in, that is the gate you will go out. And that bus will take you to the lot that you came from. Okay? So don't get mixed up. What this will do is help us
lower cylinders, all the oil collects in the lower cylinders. So when she finally does light off, it'll burn all that smoke, all that oil out of there, creating that smoke trail that you see. This is normal. Now what they're doing is they're warming engines up. We're trying to save a little time here. We've still got a lot of aircraft that we know all of you out there want to see. To be honest with you, I want to see it too. The 1955, the aircraft, modified as a TB-29, was moved to Yuma County Airport in Arizona to be used as a target tug. In May of 1955, Doc was assigned to target towing duty. And here's Doc. Doc makes that beautiful music courtesy of 4 Wright R3350-23 duplex cyclone 18-cylinder air-cooled turbo supercharged radial piston engines, 2,200 horsepower apiece. That's a lot of ponies on that airplane. Turning a record-holding airplane. Once owned and flown by actor Jimmy Stewart and one of the ladies of speed back then, Jackie Cochran. And here comes the red-nosed Mustang, the P-51D. And last, but certainly not least by any means, this is the ME-262. goes right after them. Here comes a 262. 100-mile-per-hour advantage over anything the Allies have. This is so fast that the turret gunners on a B-17 couldn't track it. If Hitler hadn't been such an idiot, there it comes. For one thing, the engines were slow to spool up. That is, from when you applied power to when you actually got it. It was horrifically long. Hours. Not really a long life for a jet engine. Corsair on the takeoff roll. John Caretti at the controls. Wildcat, Mark Benucci at the controls. Time played a major factor. So our fighter pilots learned that if you see a 262, just follow him back to his home field and you can knock him down then. Here we go, the FW190 Kevin Sinbad actually issued consecutive serial numbers from their production run. Here's Mike Spaulding, the 262. Now the airplane has been modified. We're going to start recovering aircraft right now. This looks like Thunderbird. Warren Peach at the controls.